What is going on, YouTube? My name is Lucas, and today we're going to be talking about drones, but we're going to be taking it a step further, very similar to how, in all honesty, the FAA is currently functioning. The FAA is forming a new rule-making committee that is going to advance BVLOS drone operations. And ladies and gentlemen, I've covered BVLOS multiple times on this channel. I've talked to multiple CEOs in regards to what BVLOS is. BVLOS is beyond the visual line of sight, and we understand how important that is for drone operations, for drone solutions to function in their aspects. And so we know that it's extremely important. And to hear that they're making a committee, we're hearing that they're making advancements toward this is extremely impactful. On top of that, we also understand that the new CEO for AgEagle is also affiliated with this committee. So I'm extremely excited to talk about that. And this is just a very impactful piece of information for the drone sector. So if you're interested, I suggest you stay tuned right after this. But before we dive in and start talking about how significant this truly is for the drone sector, I ask that you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below. Now it's time to get into the video. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. BVLOS, and in all honesty, the regulations that are being formed and developed and created by the FAA are extremely significant in seeing drones perform in their task, in their solutions on an everyday basis. And we're starting to see the wheels turn. We're starting to see some things happen, some rumblings, some gatherings that are going to make this actually happen. I think it's incredible because we've been talking about it for so long, but we're now starting to see movement regarding this. I found this incredible article from Aviation Today. It is absolutely just filled with a great amount of information regarding what this committee is about and everything moving forward. So I'm going to provide this article to you, and then what we're going to do is we're going to dive in and talk about Brandon Torres Declet, who is the new CEO of AgEagle, and him being a part of this and what that means for the company itself as well. So here we go. We're going to dive in. The Federal Aviation Administration, also known as the FAA, created a new aviation rulemaking committee to develop a regulatory path for beyond visual line of sight, BVLOS, drone flights. FAA Administrator Steve Dickinson announced at the FAA Unmanned Aircraft System UAS symposium on June 9th. I'm very pleased to announce that the FAA is forming a new aviation rulemaking committee for ARC, Aviation Rulemaking Committee, to help us develop a regulatory path for routine beyond the visual line of sight operations, Dickinson said. This committee will consider the safety, there's that magic word, it always pops up, security and environmental needs, as well as societal benefits of these operations. And we understand that how important every last detail that they provided there is significant in drone operations. BVLOS drone operations will be key into enabling routine package delivery and infrastructure inspections, Dickinson said. Really a big portion of what BVLOS is that beyond the visual line of sight. But when you have, a fleet and you have them autonomously delivering, that's where this is so significant, because you're letting a drone basically go out, do what it has to do, perform the task that you are hoping that it does without causing any damage, and just being swift, quick, and efficient, and safe. That is the biggest piece, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that. Safe. So let's dive into this even more. Dickinson said the committee would be submitting its recommendations to the FAA within 6 months. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be acting very quickly. Right now, there are several companies using limited beyond visual line of sight under existing regulations with waivers to conduct routine surveillance inspections and maintenance tasks for the railroad, electric, oil and gas, and communication industries. And we're learning a lot from this work, but the operations are not truly scalable, which makes sense. or economically viable in the mid to long term under today's rules. So we need to change that, Dickinson said. The new BVLOS recommendations that come out of the committee will work in conjunction with remote ID. We understand that that is a significant piece that recently passed, and operations over people at night rules, which were released in December of 2020. There it is for you, and implemented earlier this year. The bigger picture really is that remote ID is necessary ingredient for truly scalable, routine beyond the visual line of sight operations, Dickinson said. And of course, as we all know, those are key to unleashing the true potential of drones and other highly autonomous vehicles. Incredible information there, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, incredible information regarding drones and scalability. Dickinson said the FAA is also continuing to invest in research and programs like Beyond, which we heard about. There's a ton of companies that we're familiar with, but also a lot of states, and there's other companies and all kinds of things that are involved with Beyond. We know that AgEagle is a part of it. We know that there's a few others that we have covered well on this channel. It's just absolutely incredible to hear about Beyond to create these rules. This research will also include things like unmanned traffic management, UTM, which has been talked about, and urban air mobility for passenger transport. So, of course, we're heavily invested in making sure that the drone ecosystem will find its hand in a glove with our air traffic control system. Very, very important. Dickinson said, our answer is UTM, which, as you know, is a foundational capability needed to unlock the full potential of this important aviation sector. Now, based on the work that we've done with NASA, we're planning a regulatory framework based on the federated approach that will allow airspace users to cooperatively manage their operations where the FAA does not actively provide separation services. The UTM system will include drones and air taxis or electric vertical takeoff and lift, I call it eVTOL, aircraft, Dickinson said. There's a few that are very successful going to be moving forward that have that aspect. Vertical takeoff and lift, just one company for sure is going to be Alpine 4 Holdings, who also has a subsidiary of Vayu, who really utilizes that with their drone aspect. It's the eVTOL. It's absolutely incredible. They recently posted a video on YouTube. Was tremendous just to see the capabilities in it flying. I do know that it has the potential of flying up to 10 miles, carrying 45 pounds of weight. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are some very significant drones that have that aspect. But honestly, we're seeing air taxis starting to be developed as well, and that is coming down the road. So, this was such a significant piece that I definitely had to talk about it and provide it because I know how significant it is for the drone sector. So like I stated, Brandon Torres Declet took over as the new CEO for AgEagle. And when that happened, it was just a shock and awe situation just because of how much experience Brandon is bringing to AgEagle. We understand that he has a background in both the private and public sector, but then it just kept pouring out as we found out he is going to be a part of this committee. So he did recently tweet out about it, and I'm excited to provide this to you. So here we go. Brandon says, first FAA UAS BVLOS ARC meeting today at noon. I will serve on behalf of AgEagle to provide recs to FAA for performance-based regulatory requirements to normalize safe, there's that special word, scalable, economically viable, and environmentally advantageous UAS BVLOS operations. And then he tags FAA drone zone. This was put out very recent. I think this is very, very impactful because now you have Brandon who not only can provide his outlook and his vision for what he sees, but then he can tie it back to his company that he is the CEO of, which is AgEagle. I think that this is going to help so many companies that are really focusing in on drones, progressing forward, moving forward, trying to take that next step in package delivery. But ladies and gentlemen, it goes much further than that because there's companies out there like Dragonfly who are very involved with medical supplies, delivering medical aspects. You have DroneUp, who is out there, getting invested in by Walmart, which I recently did a video on. And there's also a ton more. Drone Delivery Canada. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, the list goes on and on and on. Alpine 4 Holdings, which I mentioned earlier. There truly is a lot of companies that are, waiting for this to be developed and really created. And I think with having someone like Brandon on there, plus the array of other people, this is only going to make it progress that much quicker, but also have a good hand on what they expect in the FAA airspace. Just an incredible piece of information, and I'm glad I was able to provide it. I appreciate you swinging by and checking out this video on the FAA creating a committee regarding around BVLOS and really just the playbook for drones. It means so much for this sector, and it's just going to be exciting to keep tracking everything that goes on, and you can expect it to flow from this video and really expect it to flow from this channel as they continue to put it out. I appreciate you guys swinging by. I really do. It means a ton to me. I appreciate the support as always. I do want to remind you guys, I'm not a financial advisor, and anything I say in this video is for pure entertainment purposes only, and that's exactly what I'm here to do, is entertain. And you guys know how I do it. If you like this video, smash that like button. It helps out tremendously. And if you enjoyed the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, have a good day.